First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Taken in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Bears take over.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Chicago.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Quick pass out to Miller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
Now Carr. And he finds Montgomery complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Carr again. Receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Well, ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think is making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
23-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They're going to look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Well, throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll roll him out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
7.
They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll find Galloway, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big.
Under a heavy reception. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
With the score, Bears 3, Lions nothing.
Rolling to his right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I always like to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
And that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this one.
Listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let them get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
at their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now they're setting up a screen here on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Steps away. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
You're going to be laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try to chip away this timing.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete here. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. With the right side here, complete. And get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this one to Galladay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Detroit Lions.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be Incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. Intercepted. Picked up by Jared Johnson. So another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. No gain, and it's second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for a pick. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And now it's second down.
2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So we'll reach halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit it well, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He'll get that complete to his tight end Komet. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On second down now, Swift. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 25. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up third.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Anderson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Miller with a 1st down and more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Kyle Ford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback.
He's got his man. It's caught for a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
To kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right? At the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Again, it's going. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And down to the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Mitchell Trubisky, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point.
The kick is
and he'll
good.
bang that one through.
Makes the score Bears 17. Lions 16.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
40-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Back now at Ford Field. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now the throw here hauled in. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
To number 81.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this swim lead. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, Cohen. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They go play action with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
At the 20-yard line.
maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Trubisky. They'll drop this one down to Cohen. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is indeed good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here at the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
They try again with Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. It's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he takes this one in for a big... Touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Good. Makes the score Bears 27, Lions 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Galladay, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a desperation throw. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. number 7 usually lucky here? Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Trey Flowers. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Patterson forced out to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. On the return, picked up some good blocks as well. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Now contact out front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively. That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Well, they didn't really have to earn that 1st down, did they? Well, they haven't earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a 1st down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the